Hello, everybody. Welcome to Journeys with G. It's me. Anyway, hi. This is quarantine life. This video I just want to update you guys on my life, the changes that had happened due to COVID, and just give some type of advice on how to cope if you want my advice, take it. But things that I've been doing to cope with it, that I would think that everybody should do as well. So I hope you like it. So, update on my life. Okay. So in the last video, I was telling you about how I was still working. If you don't know, I am an essential worker. I work at the hospital at I was gonna tell y'all all my business. Anyway, so I work at a hospital, and we usually do go up and we see patients. We get signatures from the patients, but the last day I was at work right before my birthday weekend, which got ruined. They told us that they were no longer having us go upstairs for a safety precaution, clearly on both our behalf and the patient's behalf, right? So I was like, oh, that's great, because I was gonna start going up there anyway. Like, I was telling my coworkers, and I was just telling myself, I'm like, I don't feel comfortable going up there because, again, I am a high risk. I have cardiac problems. So I was like, oh, that's great, whatever. Everybody, we were all great. We were excited, not excited, but we felt better. We felt better about the situation, because it's like, okay, like, there are patients that are coming in that don't even come in for those symptoms, and then all of a sudden they're what we call a rule out. So during that week, I wasn't there. Like, the week after, I wasn't there, whatever. And so with us not going to see the patients, we were fixing up the accounts, which we do. That's what I do. I fix up the accounts before they go to billing. But it was more tedious because we had to make sure that absolutely everything was correct, especially because we couldn't go up and see the patients. So we have to call them. We have to call emergency contacts. We have to make sure that the emergency contacts were correct, to even do that, just to make sure everything in there was great. So fast forward to me coming back the week after my birthday and knowing that, like, okay, we're not going upstairs, but at this time, I can't remember if this was the first week of quarantine or the second week of quarantine, and I just didn't feel comfortable leaving my apartment because of my health. So I'm like, okay, like, I was at my apartment for a week and I wasn't around anybody, and now I'm going into the hospital. Anyway, so our hopes about them letting us work from home, that went down the freaking gutter. So then I started feeling more anxious, and I'm like, okay, like, yeah, I'm not gonna be around patients. However, I still have to leave my apartment. I still have to take a shuttle with 6 other people whom are like doctors and nurses and techs and all that stuff, who actually go into these patients' rooms. So I was like, I did not feel comfortable. I didn't feel comfortable. On top of that, I haven't seen my family. So I'm just like, okay. And then, all of my coworkers and all them, I'm trying to get advice from people like my mom, my family, my friends, just to say, like, okay, should I still, still work or whatever. I'm a team player. So one of the things that really was in my mind was like, oh my God, if I leave, I'm gonna leave them with my work. Like, I don't want to leave them with my work. But you gotta think about your health. Like, I had to put myself and my health first. So then I finally reached out to my cardiologist, and he was like, no. He did not want me there. And at this time, I think I was already working 3 weeks already going in. So I was like, oh, okay. So my life now, I am on leave, in the house, finally being able to actually quarantine. This is day 6. So it hasn't even been a week. It'll be a week on Wednesday. No. Yeah, it'll be a week on Wednesday that I've been officially out, because I haven't been to work since last Tuesday. So you know, it's definitely a big change for me, just because like I am always working. um but I can focus more on like school work, which that has been a struggle as well, especially like with, you know, like working in school. That's a big thing. And then all of a sudden, all these big changes happen. Like, thankfully, I don't live on campus, but the kids had to get out of their dorms within like a day or two. So I'm like, oh my God. So everything is switching. I did have 2 night classes and 2 online. Now everything is absolutely online, which is a difference as well. So it's like, oh my God. So that in itself was very stressful, just trying to get back on track with stuff. So I'm like, okay, well, at least now that I have time, I can focus on schoolwork. So hopefully, you know, I don't go crazy doing that. I mean, who wants to do schoolwork? I don't want to do schoolwork anyway. So yeah, that's a little bit about you know, about my life. So, and these are like some things I'm gonna tell you that I've been doing and what I've suggest to do to keep you sane during quarantine. Okay, so I cracked and I got a TikTok. I did. And you know what? TikTok is actually really funny. For a while, I was not on it at all. Like, I would see the videos from like people were posting it, because you could repost it on like other social media platforms. So yeah, I would see them on like Instagram, and I would see them on Twitter and all that stuff. But I never really like, you know. But for the week of my birthday celebration, Rio and I were gonna do a whole podcast just strictly for us to the T, so that we can just, you know, we were gonna actually go to New Orleans and have our TikTok and behind the scenes and make videos and all that stuff, expect like other videos as well, not only on TikTok. But so I did download it for that reason. And while I downloaded it, I was watching videos and all that stuff. So you know, it's very entertaining. It's very entertaining, and people are extremely creative on there. The more it got popular, the more it became I don't want to say the wrong word, but there was like a lot of issues with it due to I guess things being stolen or credit not being given to the creators of certain things, especially like with the dances that are very popular right now. So it's a hot topic right now on like, oh well, TikTok favors a certain type of ethnicity or race more than the other. Okay. The more I was like hearing it, the more I've noticed it. Especially, I'm sorry, excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, okay, sorry. But anyway, yeah, the more I started noticing it, especially on mine, like if you scroll, you know, like it's the algorithm. So it's like, oh, I did see a lot of Caucasians on there. So I'm like, oh, okay. But the more I read on it, was like, okay, it goes by what you like and what you share and what you save and what you interact with. So my suggestion for those whom, you know, want to bring out more, give more credit and more views and more likes and more everything to the minorities, look exactly for that. Search exactly what you want to see, like exactly what you want to see, save exactly what you want to see, and then eventually your timeline is going to be all of what you want to see. And that's what I did. So yeah, so yeah, that's like a big thing right now. It's a real big thing right now. So I guess like the only thing that we can really do is, if you want to see a certain type of person, whatever, strive, support it. Support that type of person, support that type of content, support whatever it is that you want to see. Support it. So, and I have one. I only did like 2 videos. It's really cute though. Like, I'm not gonna go like crazy because I don't even think it's actually harder than it looks. Okay, I did the first one where I changed 3 outfits, and let me tell you, I was sweating. I was sweating because you have to redo it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again until like you are satisfied. So that has definitely been very, very entertaining with me, along with other people as well. So I mean, don't knock it. It's fun. It's funny. Like, some of the things I be cracking up, and I like send a lot of them to people. So yeah, TikTok is definitely in right now. It definitely is. Okay, so another thing that I have been doing almost faithfully, I think I probably missed like one day, has been yoga. I have been doing yoga, and I also do like yoga with Divas in Heels. They're still doing classes via like Zoom and IG Live, and what else? YouTube Live, where they have different classes every night, whatever. So I think Tuesdays are like the Zen yoga, which I did with her, and she was focusing more on like deep breathing. So especially now, because of the coronavirus and how it is a respiratory disease, working your lungs and staying active and fluid and like all of this being open and open, deep breathing is very, very, very important. So I took that and I ran with it. So every single day I do deep breathing yoga. And let me tell you, okay, I used to be extremely flexible when I was younger. I was a cheerleader, all that stuff. Yeah, if you've seen like videos of me at the dance classes, I can still do a split. But then again, like, me being older and me just throwing down on a split without even like fully stretching, I definitely pulled a muscle. So I've been like trying to stretch that out again and like, just get that back to how it was. But like, the yoga definitely makes me feel good. It makes me feel like refreshed. I feel like alive and new, and like I'm ready to take on the world in my apartment because I can't go nowhere. But yoga is definitely something that I would suggest. Also, home workouts, what I would suggest. I did start off with the home workouts. I have been slacking, but I am going to go back to it. If you know anybody that's a trainer, watch their videos. You can Google YouTube videos. Ask somebody if they have like any tips on, if there's a certain part of your body that you want to work on. Ask for help. Like, with everybody being home right now, a lot of people are on the internet. A lot of people are on their social medias. A lot of people are showing their routines or their lives or what they're eating, how they're doing whatever. Like, a lot of people are just handing it to you. So it's up to you. Like, if you want to do some yoga, there's plenty of people that are showing their skills on yoga. You can like a couple of their videos, go back and try some of their positions or whatever. If you're looking to work out from home, there's so many people who are posting videos of their workouts. Again, save their videos, go back and do them yourself. Maybe put a couple of the different ones together, whichever, it works best for you. And if you really don't know what you're doing, reach out to somebody. I'm sorry, but like, everybody's home. What else? They can answer. I mean, unless they're a-holes, but they can answer you, But yeah, definitely keeping active is very important, especially now because it's so easy to just sit down and eat all your quarantine snacks and then cry that we're probably not gonna have a summer. I don't want to think about that. But anyway, yes, yoga, home workouts, they're life saving. I know you're not. I know. Okay. So One thing I do wish I had though, because I love puzzles. I don't have any puzzles. And I was contemplating like, oh, should I like buy some puzzles off of Amazon? But then like with the quarantining stuff, I'm like, that's not really a necessity that I need, you know, like that can kind of wait. So like if you have your family with you, play games. Play games, have movie nights, um, definitely talk to each other, communicate with each other. But yeah, one thing I really wish I had was like a puzzle. I do have books, so I read. Um, I do the vlog. Well, I'm not as consistent, but I have my vlog. Rio and I are trying to figure out how we're going to do a podcast without it sounding too crazy because we're not in the same place. I've watched YouTube videos, I've watched movies, I've also watched lives, interacting with people, FaceTime or any type of video calling has been a lifesaver right now for everybody. Like I am on FaceTime every day, you know, just checking up on my circle, checking up on my family, because again, I'm not around them. But you know, like the internet, social media is definitely a lifesaver right now. So just, you know, take advantage of all that stuff. But like, yeah, if you have other things that can occupy you, like I like crossword puzzles, which I actually have, and now that I said that, I'm gonna do a crossword puzzle today. Like I wish I had puzzles. If you have puzzles, reading, like interacting, making games, you know, all that stuff. Like there's only so many games that I can do by myself, but there are apps that you can interact with other people, like House Party lets you interact with them or other people with like games. So that's another one. Just keeping yourself occupied and as positive as you can be. I know like going out and taking a walk when there's not a lot of people. I go out, I have to walk my dog, but I'm like out and in. I'm not really like around people or whatever. But unfortunately the weather, I don't know where you're at, but the weather has been kind of like off today. It's been raining. It's been like raining off and on for a couple of days now. You know, so like I just like look forward to those mornings where it's nice outside and the sun is out, so I can just sit on my balcony and drink my tea and just breathe the fresh air and look at the cars drive by. I said walk by. Drive by, because it's very peaceful, you know, it's very peaceful. So like just staying active in whatever you can do is very important right now. So there's some ideas for you. So the last thing I want to talk about is your mental health. I had posted probably like a week or two on my IG story, just telling people like, you know, with the quarantining, it's not healthy, it's not helpful for people with mental illnesses. So if you feel as though you are in that category, if you feel as though you are spiraling down, if you're lost, if you're sad, if you feel alone, please reach out to somebody. Reach out to somebody. It can be a friend on Instagram, a friend on your Facebook. It can be a cousin. It can be a family member. I mean, you can, I told people on my Instagram, I said, you can even reach out to me. I will be there to listen. If you want any type of advice, I think I'm great with advice, you know, but I'm a great listener. Just reach out to somebody, because I know with this time, especially if you're alone, it can get to you, and your mental health is extremely important. So if you feel like you need to talk to somebody, if you feel like you're extremely down and out and you might hurt yourself or whatever the case may be, you might make decisions that you cannot take back or anything like that, please reach out to somebody. I know a lot of people are still talking to their therapist. Unfortunately, some people don't have access to their therapist or don't have the money for their therapist. So please just find somebody to reach out to, even if it's just like a random person that you see and you can tell like they're genuine. Just hey, I just need somebody to talk to. Would you please just even listen? Just be there to listen to anything, you know. So like I said, you can reach out to me. I think I'm great with advice. I'm definitely great with listening and just letting you vent. If that's what you have to do, just to vent, and you need somebody to listen to you, please reach out. Please reach out, because right now it's definitely hard. It's definitely hard for those who suffer from mental illness. So stay strong, stay positive, and please reach out if you really need to speak to somebody. So again, this was just like a little update on my life and some suggestions to keep occupied and sane and positive during this time. I hope this gets to you and you feel it and you feel good about it. I really hope COVID goes away soon, because this is crazy. Like, it's yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to do some things today. I definitely have to do my yoga. But yeah, please keep yourself occupied, keep yourself productive, keep yourself healthy. Meditate if you need to. Burn some sage if you need to, incense if you need to, listen to meditation music. Like, I like to listen to meditation music. I like to listen to soul, or like, you know, some soothing music. And then sometimes I like to, you know, be up in here. But yeah, like, dance. You want to dance in the middle of your living room? Dance. Do something. Like, just be up and all that stuff, you know. Just don't let this take you. Don't let this take your joy. Don't let this take your personality. Don't let this take your hopes and all that stuff away, because yeah, this is a hard time and we don't know how long it's gonna be. Hopefully it's away sooner than we think, but you know, we gotta stay and adjust to our surroundings and our situations as best as we can. So again, reach out to people if you need it. Watch funny videos and funny movies to keep you laughing and your hopes up. Pray if you need to pray. Be productive, you know. Learn a new recipe or something, and do stuff. If you have the equipment, like I really wish I had stuff to paint, because I think I would be painting my ass off right now, but I don't. But yeah, and if you feel as though you need to order something, hopefully it'll come through. But order something. Order things to occupy your time. Be productive and be safe, and you know, we'll get through this. All right. I will see you guys later.